Hello, hello. So to celebrate the release of The Flip Side of Love, I thought I would do a little reading from the book with a twist. So without further ado, let's get on to it. They left the hotel, no sign of a taxi or James' father in the midst of rolling luggage and bustling bellhops. "Son, over here!" James turned to where the voice was coming from and found his father standing inside a big red telephone booth, a phone to his ear and a goofy smile on his face. "James, take my picture!" James didn't even try to hide his cringe. He's not a dadager, but he's definitely embarrassing. Want a little payback? Spirit asked, snapping her fingers and watching as Mr. Letta jumped at the sound of the ringing phone in his hand. "Oh, hello? Hello?" He spoke into the phone. "Hello, Mr. Letta." James' father ripped the phone from his ear and hung it up with a slam before darting out of the phone booth. "It said my name! How did it know my name?" James had to bite his lip to keep from laughing. "Dad, I think our taxi's here." He got out, gesturing to the taxi pulling up to the curb. James' father spotted the taxi, taking a moment to straighten out his jacket. "Oh, good. Let's get to the radio station." James waited until his father was out of earshot before looking at Spirit. "When exactly did you turn into a 90s horror movie villain?" "It was just a prank. That's what magical girlfriends are for," she said over her shoulder as she headed to the taxi. "No, really, you could have your own horror movie," James continued behind her. "A Nightmare on Spirit Street. I know what Spirit did last summer. Spirit takes Manhattan." Spirit spun around just as she reached the taxi. "We're not in Manhattan anymore," she said, teasing James' lips with the proximity of her own. "We're in London," she said, turning back around and hopping into the taxi. So that's a fun little sneak peek of The Flip Side of Love. It's a little excerpt with a twist. And if you enjoyed, you can get The Flip Side of Love right now in paperback and ebook on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Links are in the description. And if you enjoyed, please make sure you hit subscribe and hit like if you liked. And I will see you all next time. We're on... Hello, Mr. Letta.